The Triple B podcast is brought to you in part by Momentum Studios PDX. Momentum Studios PDX, providing professional audio services to the Northwest and beyond for 20 years. Visit www.zebdak.com. That's www.zebdak.com for more information. And by Big Box Toys and Collectibles. Visit bigboxtc.com for more information. And by support from listeners like you. Visit www.patreon.com/tripleb podcast to become a patron. And thanks again for all the support.
Why so serious?
Vietnam.
Good morning, Vietnam.
You guys both did very well.
Nice.
Those were very good impressions.
Mine wasn't really an impression.
But it still rang true.
Oh, thank you. I
It
appreciate
did.
that.
I mean, I'll admit Chase's was more technical in that aspect of being like Robin Williams.
He went full method.
Yeah, he went full method. Whereas
Good morning, Vietnam.
you gave it your own twist, though, and I appreciate that.
I just used the words that are said in that quote, but I didn't say it anything like the.
I love that movie. I think that's an underrated Robin Williams movie.
Is it underrated?
I don't know.
I
Maybe
think
it's not.
that makes a lot of the classic movie lists.
Yeah, you're probably right.
But, you know.
Whatever.
What movie is that?
Good morning, Vietnam. Dude.
What are you talking about?
Fuck you talking about?
I thought you were talking about 1 hour photo.
Ah, dude. Fucking #1 dad, that movie is so weird. You
Oh
see
yeah,
that shit?
well it is weird considering how Robin Williams went out. What happened in that movie?
Because his son, and spoiler? Should we just say it?
I don't think anybody has an idea what the
What
fuck
you're
you're talking
even
about
talking-
anyway.
Well,
Robin
son-
Williams movie, World's Greatest Dad, I think it's called, or something like that. His son self-asphyxiates himself, and Robin finds him.
Dad hanging in a closet.
Yeah,
God, dark.
and then considering
It's
how
dark.
Robin went out later, then that's kind of strange.
Yeah, it's a dark one. I'm so
Yeah.
full I can barely talk.
How you fellas doing?
Woo, that was a
Jesus.
great meal we just.
We just came back from like
Experience.
a classic, like adulting, fun dinner, right?
I hate looking at it that way.
I
It was a pretty
I can't
adult-
help. I can't help it because like I'm there in life,
Right, you're like,
And
oh,
I don't go-
I took the lady out.
right? And I don't go out very often, and we like don't date or you know what I'm saying.
So it was an adult dinner because you guys brought your girlfriends with you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess that makes it adult, right?
Yeah, I mean, kinda.
I didn't.
Well,
No.
you don't have a girlfriend. Never have. Never
You
will.
date all of us.
Yeah.
I date everybody.
You're
My
polyamorous.
girlfriend thinks I want to fuck you more than anyone.
That's weird. I hope
She-
that's not true.
No,
I hope
she-
one day I don't find out that that's true.
I hope we find out that's true.
She legitimately gets like jealous and mad sometimes. It's weird.
Oh yeah, I mean that happens.
Well, it's weird that you ignore your girlfriend so you can talk to your bros all the time and she gets mad about it. That's weird.
I mean, you guys are my friends.
Does
like,
she get weird about the actual casting venture?
No.
because
No, no. She just thinks like she was like legitimately like you're fucking gay the other night. Like I was like I'm not gay. Like I've only something.
Maybe.
A couple.
Yeah, I was like, dude.
What's one or two? You
I was
gotta
like,
try
I
it
don't.
out.
I was like having to explain myself. Like I don't want to fuck Zabarabba. Like, yeah, we talk gay.
And we would fuck each other, but
Maybe I do. I don't.
Would we? I don't know that I wouldn't.
I wouldn't fuck you guys. Like if it came down to it, I'm not putting my penis in you. I've never had.
what if it was life or death, Chase?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good to
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. And I'm fucking Zeb first.
All right.
I like them big, nice and soft. Around
I'm tweeting out
apple bottom jeans.
links right now.
Uh-oh. Business on the cast?
Can we just say it? Dodgers, Red Sox World Series.
So how do you pronounce the name of this place we went and ate? Was it
Cabo.
Cibo?
Chibo.
Cibo.
Cibo. C-I-B-O.
Yeah.
Chibo.
What's
Over
that
there.
mean, Zeb, in your home language?
I don't know.
Means yummy.
Does it?
No, I don't know.
Dude, one of the best meals I've
It
had
means
in
food.
a really
Does
long
it?
really long time.
Huh, and it's Italian food.
Think about if you just named your restaurant food.
Food. It could work. Why
I mean,
not?
it works in your motherland,
It's food.
language.
This is where you get the
Well,
food.
I'll tell you what. There's no restaurant in Italy named Cibo.
Right.
I mean, there might be. Maybe there is. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I doubt it. Just like there's not a restaurant in America called Food. And maybe there is. It's like a food card and it just says food.
It's kind of a good idea.
Kinda some hipster shit.
If it hasn't been done, then yeah, I want to start a burger place called Burger Place or the
Burgers.
burgers,
Burger joint.
Dude, this is
fries.
kind of a good idea. Burrito.
burrito. Yeah.
You know?
Just burrito.
What if it's just a list of the things?
What if it's like pink taco and it's just girls?
What else besides Twitter and Facebook can we tell people to watch this on?
I don't know.
Instagram
nowhere.
stories.
Yeah, we can go live.
But you know, that's so much effort for this live thing.
Live.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, everything's live.
Yeah, if you're looking at us, you're looking at us.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you would rather
man.
hear my voice than see my fat fucking
It
body.
doesn't matter when it happened.
I look like a disgusting pig. I just ate 17 million calories.
It used to be that there was, you know, the face for radio, and that's what we got. Some faces for
Yeah,
radio.
we have radio faces.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah, and
Abba's
they want
only-
us live on YouTube's.
Guys, I gotta admit, man, that kratom's kicking in.
Uh-oh.
Oh, God. How many did you take? 3?
7. I went.
Wah.
Dude, okay, I got a kratom story for you.
Oh, good. Can't wait.
So we got done with this fantastic dinner, and I'm like, I need some kratom, right? And there's this
That is what happened.
This is, yeah.
There's this place called Mary Jane's, right? It's a head shop. They sell pipes and shit, right? And I go in there. I go, hey, do you guys sell kratom? And this guy, yeah. And I'm like, cool.
Can I have some?
Yeah. And he goes, like, what kind you want? I go, I don't know. What kind you got? He's like, well, have you ever took it before? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, well, what are you looking for? I was like, to feel like maybe like an opiate feeling. I don't know. Like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
You know? And then he just gave me all this attitude, made me feel like a piece of shit. And then I was like, do you have any capsule form, bro? And he was like, yeah. And he's like, you want the Ming Ling or some shit? And I go, yeah.
Meng Da.
Yeah, give me the Mang Da, bro. And he goes, well, I have 20 capsules for $12.95. I fucking just give it to me, dude. Like, whatever. You know?
Why did you get so angry?
Because he was belittling me.
Chase
Like,
didn't feel like he was getting good quality customer
he
service.
was just a fucking prick.
He was being a prick.
He was just being a fucking douchebag.
What's this place called?
I believe it.
Mary Jane's. They can go suck my
Hey,
dick.
Mary Jane's on Division. Fuck you.
you.
Yo, fuck you, Mary Jane's
suck
on
my
Division.
fucking dick, Mary Jane's on Division.
Hope you go out of business.
Yeah,
But not until you have a fire.
Why don't you leave a Yelp review?
you know, fuck. You know what I mean?
You should leave a Yelp review.
I mean, dude, they had like buckets of it. They had a shit ton,
Right.
and like me.
So you just feel like he should have, because he probably knows what he's talking about, he should have guided you through the
Yes.
experience.
I wonder
if made me feel like an idiot.
I wonder if they get
I
like
don't know what it's called. bro.
junkies and shit coming through there, like opiate
And they
junkies, and they're
probably
like,
do.
I mean,
I know one time I sent Zone to the store to try to get me some, and
'Cause that's-
he like let them know that he was buying it for somebody else, and they're like, we can't sell it to you.
And honestly, the one
weird.
time I bought it, like the guy was kind of like questioning, you know, well, what are you looking for? What do you want out of this? Because it, like marijuana, has lots of different strains.
Right.
So, you know, if
you
you're
can't fucking tell me it does that much different between.
Yeah, but see, you don't think that about weed either, and
True. I don't.
you think weed's weed.
gets you high.
But there's millions of people that like are into like the different strains and the
what
different
they
things
do.
that they
all
do.
bullshit.
You think there's no difference between indica and sativa?
No, I really don't.
I just don't think you have a very complex palate
Maybe.
when it comes to weed.
No. Maybe it
You're
affects
probably
you
right.
one way and it makes you feel that way. And
I don't know,
that's
man.
it.
Dude, if I smoked pot at this point, bros, I would freak the fuck out.
Yeah.
It's been 4 months.
Which, congratulations, man. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
good job.
That's crazy. Like, I can legitimately say I haven't touched the weed in 4 months. That's as long.
That's what it is. That's what's different about you.
Something's different about it.
That's what it
Something
is. Yeah.
Dad hat?
You used to be so much more fun to hang out with.
I'm a dick, dude.
Just
It
kidding.
sucks, dude.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Hey, welcome to the Triple B podcast live stream cast version. If you're watching live, if you're not watching live, then just regular. Welcome to the regular Triple B podcast.
Yeah.
I'm Zeb. these two fellas here, I'm gonna zoom in on them.
I almost
Oh,
said,
can you
I almost
zoom
said
in?
it. Dude, fuck you.
That's
Don't
Chase,
zoom in on me.
Yeah.
and that's Abba.
Yeah.
And this is me.
Ugh.
I'm Zeb. I'm fat. I'm fatter than Chase, but
fat
I'm
as
not
fuck.
self-conscious about it as much.
Dude, I look.
That's the thing.
Dude, my gut is just.
I am self-conscious, but not as
I
self-conscious
am
as he
thicker
is.
than a motherfucking Snickers right now, boys. Like,
Man.
But I bet you're not as tasty as one.
But just know that everybody of any type, I think, has confidence issues and things with their
pretty
body.
confident.
It's
right
true. We all do.
And then, and then we have times where we are very confident. So, that's just the part
it's
of
all
being.
good. Fuck it. You know what? I don't care right now.
Yeah, who gives a fuck?
I just had a
man?
great meal.
Ugh, life is good.
It is good, man. Having a kid, have a great girl, have a fucking new job. Dudes, quit. Last day yesterday at Denko Sales, boys.
Congratulations.
How often on this podcast did I even complain about this fucking job? I made a move.
This is me clapping by myself
I
You've been
appreciate it.
clapping, or you've been complaining about this place the whole podcast.
for years.
Since the beginning.
Am I gated? Sorry, I don't want to make this about.
Are you gated?
Do I get really loud? Does it cut out?
No, well, I have it set up so that when I talk, you guys get compressed. It's really badass. It's the benefit of being the person in control of everything.
Okay, fair enough. I just wanted to know.
I like that you asked technical audio questions
right
on the
I know,
live stream.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I think it's okay for the people to know that. Like, Chase, start talking.
Yo. Hey.
But here, actually, what we're gonna do is to do this instead.
All right.
Yeah. What?
Whoa. What? I'm so high.
Keep talking.
Hey, my name
I'm
is
cutting
Chase.
Chase off right
Wow.
now. I don't even have to talk loud to cut him off. Isn't this
I hate
badass?
this shit. I can't hear
You
it.
got sent to purgatory,
Yeah,
bro.
dude, I go to like timeout. I go to fucking
It's
voice timeout.
it's for those moments when like you won't shut up,
Yeah, I know.
and I gotta say something.
I feel you. All right. Dude, does it cut out on the podcast?
It doesn't cut out.
Cut
it just
out
Like when people are listening?
it gives me
dominance.
yeah. Just
What about like on the recording?
It sounds
Well,
like
it's all
you're
the
kicking
same.
Your ass.
So that people are gonna hear like a dim in my thing?
Why
yeah,
are
but
you
it's not
getting
as
so
it's
on about this.
it's not as obvious as it is in your own headphones.
in your own head.
Man,
Didn't you listen to the last episode? I've been doing it.
For
I've been
a
doing it
while.
for like 2 years.
I
you-
just
It
you know,
doesn't matter.
no, I feel really bad now.
Why?
Like, because I'm a fucking asshole.
No,
I-
it just sounds better for the audience so that you aren't yelling over each other.
It's just a way. Okay, so like for example, at
it
the
sounds
end,
better when I don't talk.
towards the end of the podcast, when I start doing things like saying go to triplebpodcast.com and you keep talking while I'm doing those things, it makes it so people can still hear those things.
All right, well, hey, I'm gonna make a fucking conscious effort today. Like during the end of this podcast,
But-
I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
What I'm telling you is that I fixed it, so it doesn't matter anymore.
It's not about you shutting
But it
up,
shouldn't
it's
be
fine.
that, man.
What
I
are you
shouldn't be
talking about?
I shouldn't be fucking over talking.
Do you see? Do you see?
Fuck.
We all have self-confidence.
Two
issues,
things.
man.
Well, we got a lot of stuff to talk about as always, but two things.
Shut up.
Earlier today, let me do this. I'm gonna go my camera. This is me.
Whoa.
I went over to Kenton, the Kenton neighborhood, and went to Comic Cave.
Yeah,
Get
this
your
is a
fat
new
fucking
place.
finger off there. Nobody can see you. You're covering it up.
I can see it. I know what I'm looking at.
This is a newer place, right?
Okay, so this place opened in St. John's originally. Carl told us about it.
Yeah.
Who's that?
We went by there once and it was closed.
This is the place. Yeah, so he moved to Kenton, got himself a better location basically than what he had in St. John's, a bigger location. I went by there today. I said what's up to Doug. Doug's the owner,
What's up, Doug?
Shout out to Doug.
and I bought a couple of comic books.
Nice, dude. It's been a while, but
Hell
that felt
yeah.
nice.
I bought these kids graphic novel adaptations of
Hell yeah.
one of the greatest movies ever made, Star Wars: The Last Jedi,
Of course, you bought a kid's
Probably,
book.
probably
and one of the other greatest movies ever made, Star Wars: A New Hope. These are just like
Also, a kid's book.
they're super cute. The
Cool,
art
just said
is
that. Creepy.
the art is really good. But mostly I just wanted to support the comic book shop.
Yeah.
So I bought those.
And
You
It was a cool
introduce
spot?
yourself.
Yeah.
Tell them you're gonna.
Yeah,
show us
I said,
porn
"Hey,
on
Doug,
camera?"
I said, my name is Zeb. I have a podcast. And I gave him a Triple B podcast card.
Nice, dude.
And I told him, look out, Monday or Tuesday, we're probably going to be tagging you on social media. We'll talk about you on the podcast.
That was a fucking adult thing of you.
And he
to do,
said-
man.
We're adults.
And he said, okay.
We're adult as fuck, dude. We've matured so much on this podcast.
Can you tell how much we've matured?
I am so mature.
Dude, I'm like basically like wearing bifocals now. Like,
Yeah, bifocals.
Like
I have one monocle.
Bifocals are glasses,
That's how I feel. Like
but you don't have glasses.
I know,
Reading
but
a
I feel-
Dickens novel by firelight.
Exactly. Okay, hey, I'm gonna start this podcast real quick.
You're gonna start it?
And by starting this podcast real quick,
What do you mean?
have to shout out Zeb real quick. Zeb did an interview on a fellow podcast called The Zypher Chronicles.
Wow.
Something.
The Zypher Chronicles?
Zeb was a guest on Klyph Notes.
That's it. Shit.
You were close. You were really close.
Klyph. God damn it.
I went last
I'm
weekend
sorry, bro.
to go see DJ Klyph.
I didn't mean anything bad about it.
DJ Klyph does Welcome to the Neighborhood on X-Ray FM Saturday nights. But he also does a weekly podcast called Klyph Notes, where he has
And you get it on all your podcast platforms.
Yeah, you can. It's on.
I got it on
okay.
iTunes.
We say iTunes, but people have been saying Apple Podcasts.
Yeah,
is that
that's what it is.
is that what it is
That's what it's
now?
called, yeah.
Is it through iTunes or is it a separate
No,
thing?
it literally looks like this. I'll show you.
Why do they keep changing it?
They haven't. It's been that all along. It's a podcast button, and you click it, and it's just its own separate thing, and you can get all your podcast things right there.
And we're on there.
Oh, we're on there. Look it.
Oh, we're on there.
Look it.
Klyph is.
I look it like I like it.
I was on Klyph's show a long time ago at the other station he was at before
See?
X-Ray.
We're
Yeah.
right next
He's
to
a great
Tiger
guy,
Belly
man.
and right above WTF. Mark Maron.
Nice.
Yeah, we're above WTF, everybody.
Yep, in ratings, everybody.
Yeah.
Mark Maron can suck
We're just
my
a little
dick.
better than Mark Maron
Yeah,
is
just
in
a
ratings.
little bit better. A little bit better than Theo Vaughn. But not
is-
better than Sam Harris waking up.
So you wanted to talk about the podcast I went on last weekend.
No, I really did. I took it serious. I listened to it like I listen to all my podcasts during my shift.
Yeah.
I'm fully attentive.
Wow, you
I'm
treated
there.
this podcast like it was a real podcast?
I did. And honestly, it started a little. I'm gonna be honest. Zeb was a little nervous at first, and I was like, ooh.
I was nervous as fuck
I was like,
at
he's
first.
nervous. The first like 5-10 minutes, and I could feel you guys kind of both were because there was a lot of respect there, and you guys didn't. He didn't really know how to come at you, and you didn't. It was kind of like, but dude, once it started rolling, and he asked really great questions. He
Yeah, I
obviously
thought it was a great
he
interview.
read like one main article. He kept referencing that, which is fine. I didn't know you were published.
It was the Willamette Week article from like 10 years ago
okay. Well, fair
that
enough.
Casey Jarman did.
But once it settled and it became a conversation, you guys started rapping about, the way the music industry's going, and you could hear how big of a jaded fucking asshole you are.
I thought that it would have been it's a great listen for anybody that maybe is thinking of going to a studio in the first time or goes to a studio regularly. I thought that it was filled with great tips and advice from you as an engineer on how people kind of should approach that.
Unlike the
experience.
things that bug the shit out of me that they do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
but it was tasteful.
I
You
tried
weren't-
not to
you
come
knew-
across as
you
jaded
didn't.
or
You
cynical
didn't.
about
You
it.
didn't. I'm just being a dick.
No, not at all. I thought that was really entertaining. And
But you were
brought up
honest,
good points,
right?
Yeah.
Like, it was honest. It was an honest, and let's just be honest. You talked about me, and I got a big old boner about that. I got really excited. I was like, I was driving around, and he goes, and Chase, I'm like, that's me. It felt really good. I was like, there's somebody talking about me right now. And I'm in my truck.
Ego.
Oh yeah, I'm-
Everybody loves hearing it. you
But
know?
hey, honestly, if you guys listen to this, go check out that podcast because it's a great interview. Obviously, if you listen to this podcast, you're a fan of Zeb, just like we are.
Not
And-
necessarily.
But you are.
It might be here for you.
Nah, nobody's here for me. Trust me.
Yes, lies.
No, but it's a fucking great listen. It really was, Zeb. And I know you don't like doing those things very often.
I had a great time. I was actually really looking forward to it. I didn't think I would be as nervous as I was, but I got nervous.
Yeah.
beforehand.
But you
Well,
really
yeah.
did settle in though. Like you did. And
Yeah, and like I don't think you could totally tell. Like your voice was a little bit shaky at first, but a lot of people's are when
Yeah.
you're talking or on the spot or in a situation.
It's
like
it's
that.
it's
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's tough. Like
you're out of your comfort
it
zone.
reminded me of our first episode of this, where we kind of weren't sure
Oh yeah.
how everything
Oh,
was going to
sure,
go.
but-
Hello, how do I sound on the microphone?
Klyph Notes, Klyph. Klyph Notes, DJ Klyph.
And I missed something.
good dude,
It
man.
went right into the Cool Nuts episode, and I listened to it. Like it's
Oh,
good.
There you go. He's got a new fan.
He is good. He's really good at asking questions and
great
steering the
host.
conversation.
Production was good. The way he started the podcast with his clothes sponsor, and he interjected in the middle, and he closed with it. I was like, God damn it! Why don't we have a sponsor?
Just-
just one.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
we could literally.
Format critiquing.
We do have a sponsor.
Yeah, we had
The
a couple.
Triple B podcast is brought to you in part by Momentum Studios PDX.
And
But that's you, and it doesn't pay us.
Big Box
pays
TC.
you, not me.
What do you mean? You think I get paid and
Well,
you
get
don't?
clients.
I pay.
I know.
That's the problem.
I know. I'm a piece of shit.
what about
you're not.
Chase,
I'm a piece of
Chase
shit.
Pringle drum lessons.
Yeah.
I've been.
This show is brought to you
But
by
nice.
Chase Pringle's Drum Lessons.
I had a really nice compliment this last week.
Did ya?
I picked up a new student. This kid, I don't want to say his name, but he's out in St. John's. He's a homeschool kid, but he's recently home. He was bullied, and so his mom pulled him out of school.
Pulled him,
Dude,
yanked him.
He's fucking tight. He reminds me of me. He's a little chubby kid, not like, but like fucking funny as fuck. Loves to cook, dude. He goes, "Hey, do you like mochi?" And I'm like, "Bro, does a bear shit in the woods?" I was like,
like,
"My
"My
dog's
dog's
name
name is
Mochi,
Mochi."
and I eat him by the box." And he was like, What kind do you want? Do you want green tea or coffee? And we
Green
shared.
tea.
We had this moment, just fat kids just eating mochi, dude. It was so awesome.
And then what was the compliment?
Well, I was just hanging out, after the lesson with his mom, and she was just like, I was telling them about the new job, and I was like, yeah, I got my CDL, and I'm getting my CDL, and he was like, "You gonna be a truck driver? Isn't that like bad?" I was like, "No, man, it is what it is." Like,
Isn't that
Look,
like
kid,
bad?
this is reality. Your drum teacher's a truck driver.
But his mom was
okay?
just like, "Why don't you do this full time, dude? Like, you're fucking good at this." Like, and every kid's parents have told me that.
Well, and I think you're working towards that, aren't you?
Yeah, I think I am. I think I am. And she's like, literally, if you have business cards, I'd take them to the homeschool place and all.
Kids like to play drums.
Where's the homeschool place?
The homeschool place?
There's like
because
this-
I was homeschooled.
Yeah,
for
there's
a
like
few
this
years.
place they go. I
They
don't
usually
know.
have to like check in at this place every week or every other week, and
Yeah.
it's kind of where you like
To like
turn,
prove to the state.
turn in things to prove that you're hitting those standardized requirements.
But dude, he's a fucking.
And they'll offer like activities and stuff, so you do get some socialization. Like we used to, we'd meet on Wednesdays and do some sort of field trip with other kids.
So
Okay.
for whatever reason, all my students are like 8, right? Which is whatever. It's a little young, okay? Like, there's a curve.
That's the age
There's
where they're like, I want to play this.
right.
or,
There's
"I
a
wanna-"
curve, right? Like, you have to have a lot of patience with an 8-year-old, right?
And there's only so much you can teach an
right.
8-year-old.
12, this kid is smashing.
Right. A little more
Like-
complex brain, able to make those connections, do a little
There's a
more
huge
intricate-
difference. Like, an hour lesson with that kid literally goes by in like 30 seconds.
Right.
Where there's other lessons where it's like, fuck, an
This is
hour.
going to be a
of this?
long time. Yeah.
But enough about that. But
Very interesting stuff.
but it felt good because like for me to like go out and do those things, like say like I want to teach drum lessons, and then all of a sudden for the last year I've had like 5 kids on a regular, where I could build it if I wanted to.
You could build an empire out of these kids.
It's kind of cool.
No,
like-
fucking A, man. I mean, just keep,
don't know.
keep doing it. You manifest destiny, bro.
You could be like General Hux.
Yeah.
Because dude, let's just be
An
honest.
army
Like
of kids.
there's about 80% of the time I'm like, I just want to cancel. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
my
no, I
anxiety's always
understand.
high and
because
like,
it's extra work.
it's extra work, but it's gotten to the point where I'm just used to it now. Like, I get off work, I go do that. Never go home anymore. You know what I mean? Which is kind of anyway. I'm high on freedom.
Chase's psychiatrist appointment.
It's just
If you want to learn how to play the drums,
Go to ChasePringleDrumLessons.com.
Yeah.
Call,
browneye.com. You can get them.
Chase Pringle Drum Lessons.
Nah, but hey, That's a kind
LLC.
It sounds like a fucking Steve Brule bit.
It's
dude.
kind of badass.
Sounds
Chase
like a
Sprinkle
check
drum
it out.
lessons.
He should register for an LLC.
I've been thinking about it, man. Shit. I don't know.
Too good.
We went and ate at Cibo.
Ooh,
As we were
Let's get back on
briefly mentioning earlier. There's a little Italian joint over on Division, and what is it, like 40th?
That would
43rd.
be... No, it's like 34th.
34th.
34th, right
I'm
across
Rain
the
Man.
street from Loretta Jean's Pie and Coffee Shop. It's a really awesome spot.
They have an imported brick oven that they cook their pizzas in.
I was not aware of this.
Authentic. And they definitely, it seems like they're totally trying to go for the authentic vibe.
Yeah.
Like this fancy spot. Where
This pie was so nice, I would order it motherfucking twice.
Damn! Hot bar!
You know what I'm saying?
Spitting that fire.
Straight
This
fire.
pizza is so good, I would have it 2 times.
2 times? 2 times?
2 times, dude.
They did make a good pizza over there.
That was, and it just, I mean, we had to wait a little bit. And there were
Yeah, well, not too long.
But
We wouldn't have had to have
for a
waited so
Saturday
long.
night.
I
Not
was
too bad.
shopping. I was shopping. I'm sorry.
And that was, it is what it is. We had to wait a little bit for dinner. Not a big deal.
was my fault,
On a
everybody.
Saturday night at a nice Italian spot on Division. Wasn't too bad of a wait. And I thought the service was
Service
great.
was great.
Yeah.
Atmosphere is nice.
Atmosphere was nice. The menu was great. Had a lot of different things on it, too.
Pizza was good.
Pizza was
Dude,
great.
that's a fucking understatement, guys. This pizza I had was
Chase the whole time was saying this is the best pizza he's had in his life.
I've had a lot of fucking pizza. This hit my senses. I don't know if it was the fucking Tito's and tonic before. I don't know what the fuck. I took a bite out of this and I look over at my girl and I go, "What the?" And she looks at me and she goes, "This is the best pizza I've ever had." I go, "Me too."
Like you two have just
I was
been locked in a basement with Tony's for 15 years.
Dude, I don't know what the fuck. There was like this bacon. It was like legit bacon.
Well,
it
was interesting because you went white sauce bacon and blue, which usually isn't the style you go for.
Dude, and there was like this something sweet going on. And they
Caramelized onions.
They almost like burnt it. It was fucking.
Yeah, the burn on this pizza was really nice. The cook was amazing.
Dude.
The crust was good.
It was
I really liked their
fucking-
sauce. Their sauce felt tasty.
Yeah, their tomato base
Original
was
to me.
was tasty.
The mozzarella was really good. A little salty.
I don't know where they're getting it from, but it was maybe they're making. Are they making it?
I don't know.
Dude, I don't know, man.
They make their pasta, and I didn't get to try their pasta.
We went mussels.
Clams.
Clams. We went clams.
Those are called clams. The mussels are the little black ones
Yeah, they-
that's long there.
All right.
The clams are gray and round.
Dude, and this pasta was fucking light and like just fucking good. It was just clean.
They do a handmade or
It was
homemade
clean.
pasta.
It was
handmade,
little
right? You have to
lemon,
roll it out.
simple. It was very simple, right? Like, fuck, man. I had a really good experience.
And we topped it off because they had affogato.
Affogato.
And what did you have? You had the.
oh, a masa pony.
Oh God, no! We have to try to figure out. Was it? I can't say polenta.
Pana something.
I had a panna cotta.
Panna cotta?
Panna cotta. Yeah, I had a
Panna cotta.
panna cotta. We had this like nice raspberry fucking thing on top, and it fucking
A
good.
raspberry thing. A raspberry reduction.
Yeah, man, it was nice.
I had a pizza with sopressata, Kalamata olives, and the Calabria.
Dude, the lady and I dropped
peppers.
$75 on the two of us. It was
Yeah.
fucking good dinner.
Yeah,
It was a good dinner.
I mean, that includes tip.
it was yes, but it was a good
And
dinner.
you guys, we had a few courses.
Outside, dude, I had these fucking
The fries.
basil, roasted garlic, rosemary fries.
Sorry for yawning, but it's later than usual.
Yeah, we just had a huge meal. Fucking God forbid.
Mamma
But-
mia.
I mean, let's get down to it. That was a great pie.
It was
I
a
wanna
great
know
pie.
what ratings y'all are landing
I'm
on.
3. I mean, on vibe alone, the ladies were there. My best friend was sitting across from me. 3 Bs. That's it. That's it.
I had a really good time. The
That's
pie,
it.
the
I
pie
mean, I
was
had a
really
great
good.
time.
I
Good
feel like
conversation, good laughs.
last episode, I gave Sweetheart Pizza.
Yeah, they going down
3B.
2 Bs on my part.
And I almost feel like that place
It's a 1B.
now would knock down to like a 2.5,
1.
2.5,
2.5.
and then I feel like this one I want to give 3 Bs. It's just so difficult, you know.
Yeah, see.
Zeb, sorry to cut you off. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
You had a great point during this dinner. You could taste every component of this pizza.
Individually,
It
yeah.
all fucking worked. Like in mine, obviously it was my experience. I devoured it, but every single piece of this pie played off each other, and you got elements every bite of like
as if it were made with love.
Oh man,
Yeah. Well, that's
big.
That's Italian food. Like that's what it is. Is it's based on the ingredients. You get 3-4 good ingredients, and you can taste them. Good, yeah, and then that's it. You don't over season. You don't do too much to it.
That's what
simple.
that pasta was. It was simple. It wasn't like it was so good.
I want to go back for their pasta. That's happening for sure.
Whatever fucking red sauce pasta dishes they had coming out of there. Oh man, some of those dishes look so good. Like there was like a lasagna coming out.
How
or
many
something.
B's are you going, Zeb?
I'm gonna give it 2.5.
2.5.
Which is big.
Which again, here I was gonna say this. You guys gave Sweetheart 3.
Yeah, we
last,
can do that.
Which like
I know.
then
I
I
feel
feel
like
pressured to like give it a higher rating than I was going to,
Right, and I feel liberal with that 3.
and I don't want to do that. I don't want to be dishonest.
See,
I mean,
I get so
they made a nice pie. It was a really good time. But was it the best I've ever had?
No.
It was really good.
Nah.
honestly, that was the best white sauce pizza I've ever had. I'm not saying best red sauce pizza I've ever had, whatever. That was the best combination of onion, sweet, salty, burnt, white sauce, garlicky. It was the best white
garlic.
It was legitimately the best white sauce pizza I've ever had.
A mistake that Americans make
It really was.
when making Italian food is they use too much garlic.
Yeah. This wasn't over. I don't even think there was garlic on this. I was adding garlic.
Right.
From your fries.
But the garlic in the fries that you got was perfect.
It was. It was
Made
perfectly
sense.
roasted. It was sweet.
because it gave it that third or fourth ingredient.
Yeah. This was definitely a top 10 pizza for me, maybe a top 5 in the city. I don't know. I'll have to like
Yeah.
I would say
comb through my data.
Yeah.
it's that place where I would definitely recommend me going back to.
Yeah. I would take my parents there.
Yeah.
It was like that kind of meal. Like, you got to
like,
try this. This is
Something
fucking bomb.
important happened, or I've accomplished something.
Right. And
it's
honestly,
a birthday dinner.
for that kind of quality, not that bad. Not reasonably priced. You know, like kind of expensive. Let's be honest.
But
like,
you got a few people, you split a pie and a pasta, man,
Yeah.
good time.
Chase, Sam's watching. Sammy, he says, "Go Hawks,"
Hey,
Go Hawks.
because you're repping over there.
Go
Seahawks.
Hawks.
We got some sad news in the world of the Seahawks this past week. Well, first the Seahawks went over to London last weekend and stomped out the Raiders,
Destroyed the fucking
which was
Raiders. That was nice.
felt really good.
Yeah.
But then we wake up Monday morning to the sad news that Paul Allen,
Allen.
owner of the Seahawks and the Portland Trailblazers, has passed away at 65. Complications of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, which I don't really
I'm gonna try to say that.
know all that.
It's
Non-Hodgkin's
it's
lymphoma.
Got it.
type of cancer.
It's a blood cancer. It's
And
a
I
bitch.
feel like it's a pretty popular one.
Let's just
too.
be honest. All the money in the world can't save you
Dude,
from
the
that
20,
motherfucker.
I think the 24th richest man in the world, somewhere in that range,
No,
Wow.
it doesn't matter.
died at 65.
It's
Yeah.
crazy, man.
That's young.
You can't beat death, I guess.
We can't be fucking blood cancer, dude. That shit will fucking kill you.
No.
Like, he lasted a long time with it because he was rich as fuck.
Yeah.
But that shit will take you in 3 months.
It's
Right.
crazy.
And then the Trailblazers come out Thursday.
Dude,
Beat
they
the fucking
smashed the
Lakers.
LeBron's first game as a Laker.
What a fucking day for sports, dude. You had
Yeah.
the fucking Broncos game, which, fuck.
I don't think that was that big of a game.
Well, dude, who fucking had their kicker and their defense in our fucking fantasy league? Scored like 42 points from a kicker and a defense? What the fuck?
Man, fantasy football, bro.
Jesus
Yeah, good.
Christ.
You never know.
Gross.
I'm sitting on a 72-0 lead thanks to that game.
Dude, gross. Like, fuck you.
But I think more importantly, the Blazers, the Portland Trailblazers,
I can't get
Dame
over
Dalla,
Yeah, and they kept a good lead pretty much the whole time too. Like
they were down early,
it. Yeah?
Yeah, but in that like second quarter or whatever, once they got that little lead,
and then they just were relentless. They wouldn't.
It was good. They looked good.
They just kept playing, and LeBron got frustrated. And LeBron, do you see he tried to do that behind the back pass, and there was nobody there, and it
Yeah.
was just like, wah, wah.
aw.
That would
I'm-
have been a fun game to be at.
I'm excited for the Blazers this year, though. I think it's going to be a good, fun season.
I'd like to
are
see
going
them do well. I can't be a Blazer fan because I know Every time I turn a Blazer game on,
What happens?
it just goes wrong. They're like, Blazers are up by 15. You should watch it. I turn it on, and then within 10 minutes they're
You're
down.
superstitious.
Oh, I mean, they
You
have
have nothing
games
to
that
do
go
with
that
that.
way, and that's the thing about basketball. Seems to go that way too, where it's just
I just can't have it be my fault. So
yeah.
Not-
I'll only
So just in case it is.
appreciate from a distance.
Sometimes I feel that way too when I'm watching.
That's what
shit.
I'm loving about having
Like
cable
with
right
Niners
now.
games, I swear it'll be like, oh yeah, they're playing. I turn it on and I'm like, oh, they're doing good, and
Yeah.
then it's just fumble, so injury. I'm like, fuck.
Like the girl like hates sports, but she's like into it now, like secretly. She's like,
She's seeing the drama.
well,
of
she's
it.
just like last week, football Sunday. I watched all the games, and she's like, I kind of like it on the background. Like, I don't know, there's something about it. I'm like, she's like, I think I'm starting to kind of get it. I'm like,
Because it is kind of like a Sunday thing. You throw it on. You don't have to sit there and focus most
Right.
of the time. I'll just have games on.
It's good
while I'm
background
doing
noise and shit.
yeah.
I've noticed
So
that
the ghosts don't talk to you.
the women in your life will learn to love football and sports if you do,
all right.
but
if you
they don't really.
Yeah.
No, she doesn't.
As soon as they don't have to,
They're like,
they
"Thank
won't.
God. Thank God I have my Sundays back.
God bless her for letting me watch it, though.
Yeah, oh yeah.
God bless.
God bless them all.
Yeah.
I mean,
you know.
fuck.
But the point of all this is to say that at this point, the Trailblazers and the Seahawks are ownerless.
That is weird.
Who's gonna buy it? Wasn't there a movement for a like publicly owned type thing?
Triple B podcast.
Yeah, well, see, it's at a
buy it.
point now where these professional sports teams are worth billions of dollars.
Yeah, it's
so who can afford to buy a team?
Amazon guy,
Yeah, but I don't think he's going to.
Fred Nichols.
Fred Nichols. Yeah.
Definitely.
Fred Nichols for sure could.
Richest man in the galaxy.
Yeah, Tony Tiger.
Tony Tiger,
Tony Tiger's fucking rich.
famous
Royalties
Yeah.
up the
famous radio personality,
Yeah.
Tony Tiger.
And cereal box host. I mean,
cereal box host. Hello, I'm Tony the Tiger, and I'm hosting your cereal
I'm a
box.
cereal box host. What a sweet gig.
Easy. Just show up in the morning and you're done.
I went on Thursday
You're back
to
bed
go
like
see Chris D'Elia at Revolution Hall.
Yeah, why didn't you tell us about that?
I did.
Nah.
Yeah, I mean, I bought tickets months and months ago, like
I think I remember you saying
probably
something
like 6
that.
months ago. I've had the tickets forever.
Was it good? Was it funny?
It was.
Dude, which actually Bert Kreischer's coming in January, and I think we should all go.
I think we should go.
I'm gonna have to because I don't find him funny. So,
No?
but I think live it'll be different.
Yeah. It's like, just imagine he's
Scotty Dell.
That's
I mean, I can't not.
Just a rich Scotty Dell. Yeah, I'm just killing it.
too funny.
It's weird. I mean, he's very popular, man. Like,
Chris D'Elia killed. He's
funny.
Here's my
man.
thing about Chris D'Elia is I feel like his personality is funnier than his stand up. So like when he's on a podcast,
yeah.
when he's just talking about stuff, he's hilarious, and I haven't really enjoyed his specials that much up to this point.
Did you like Man on Fire? I didn't.
I liked it.
It was okay.
I think
I
that
don't.
was the first one I watched, and I was like, this is much fun.
I feel like he does a voice when he does stand up that
Yeah.
isn't his natural voice. When he does his podcast, he doesn't use it.
Okay.
But then when he does his specials, he's got like this weird, almost like he's trying to have like a street accent that kind of just doesn't.
Right.
I don't know. It's maybe I'm off, but this is what I've.
Maybe
what
it's how rehearsed it is. Maybe you don't like how he presents his rehearsed material.
because I can watch his. I watch his podcast every night. I put on one of his podcasts.
Really?
Yeah, before I go to bed.
I gotta check
You're
these out,
way into
man.
congratulations.
Because I only
Love
saw
it.
the.
That's awesome.
I've only seen
He's
like
funny,
the
man.
Eminem clip and stuff.
He's
like that.
Do you like-
stupid.
Do you like him on Fighter and the Kid?
Yeah, because he goes on there and he just makes fun of
Oh.
Brian Callen. That's all he does is just
All right, you got to check out.
disrespect Callen.
You got to check out. Who's the big bald guy? He was in the Stooges. Oh shit, he was on Mad TV.
Like
Sasso.
Curly and Mo.
Will Sasso.
Will Sasso, yeah.
Will Sasso on Fire and the Kid is some
Yep,
of the
he's
funniest
good on there, too.
fucking shit ever.
And I like it. Bobby Lee.
Oh, dude.
Bobby Lee kills.
He's funny. I like his personality just as a person.
If you watch Chris D'Elia and Bobby Lee, whenever they talk to each other, it's
Theo
fucking
Bond's really
fantastic.
funny too.
Yeah.
He's fucking good.
Man, don't you wish we were funny?
I wish I was funny.
I
I wish
do
I
too.
was funny.
No, but
Like me.
I love the fact that you're listening and watching another podcast.
It makes Chase really
It
happy.
does. I'm
My favorite thing is that he picks things to be mad about that he hates,
Right.
and he like goes, "Why the fuck are things like this? And I'm always like, I know exactly why things are like the people are right. Like he's wrong about why he hates it. But it's still funny. You know what I mean? Like I still enjoy it.
Maybe the funniest Instagram on Instagram.
Oh, I love his.
Dude.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know, man. I recently started following Derek Lewis, and the shit his is reposting, but it's fucking funny.
Yeah, he's funny, but
he finds some weird shit.
Crystal Lee is just situationally.
Just the Grand Slams and the fucking the shit. He knows when to attack. The Logan Paul shit was classic.
Right.
Obviously, the fucking Mark Wahlberg shit, the 5 a.m. club. Oh my god,
man,
dude!
I gotta watch this shit.
Shit is fucking funny, dude.
Yeah,
he's funny. Yeah,
I gotta check out his Instagram. Mine is not.
Like if you go to Callan's Instagram, he posted a recent thing from Dalia, and he's like, "I'm sore from sitting on my," like he's saying like wad.
Sit on his wallet,
dude.
Like it's too thick.
It's
so he's sore.
Thick. It's just like, dude, it is the funny shit. Yeah. Anyways, enough about that.
He's good though.
Well, how was? I mean, obviously a young crowd, probably a good-looking crowd.
Yeah, super young.
A lot of mini skirts. I would.
Lots
imagine.
of bros, and then lots of.
Is he picking up like this generation Dane
Cook
audience?
Yeah, because apparently, like he slays. Like Dalia, like fucks. Like he's got like.
Why are you spreading gossip?
I'm
bro?
not. That's just what all of his friends saying shit.
Yeah,
like
that's what I've heard.
It's not like like a big mystery or some shit. He gets like the hottest chicks. But I wish you would I wish you would fuck me. I don't know.
What's your obsession with dudes fucking?
I don't know, man.
Yeah?
I'm not gay, but
I'll tell you what.
You just want to know.
Revolution Hall
fucking.
Isn't my favorite venue.
Yeah. It's weird.
That's where we saw Segura.
Segura. But if you sit on the sides,
nice.
dude, it's fucking perfect. You're elevated. It's only one row.
Right.
Nice.
Like
I don't know
all the way to the side, or just on as long as you're on that side.
No, on the side. It's up against the wall. There's one row of seats against the wall that are facing inward instead of at the stage. It's the best.
Did he do two sets? Did he do an early and a late show?
Yeah, we went to the early one. They added the late one after we bought our tickets already.
How much were tickets?
I don't know, like $40.
Fuck, dude. Those guys are making hundreds of thousands at this.
Yeah, he's out there killing. He's wearing Balenciaga's shoes. You know what I mean? Like just.
Yeah. Oh, he's so loaded, dude.
And every time he points, his watch is just blinging in the lights. I'm like, you asshole.
Dude, he's loaded.
Comedy's a big. It's a big thing right now. You know,
dude. Like,
we don't need to go into this.
I think they're all making upwards. Like Rogan's making like $1 million a show, but like, and obviously then there's Kevin Hart, but Rogan just got voted bigger than Kevin Hart.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what? I actually liked Rogan's most recent special.
It was great.
Strange.
I didn't like the one before it, but I liked this one.
This one was great, dude.
I liked the last one. This one I dug too, and I think it went by really fast too.
I kind of wish he'd stop yelling.
Well, that's just his style.
Yeah, it is his style. He's always done.
Just chill out a little bit.
That's the thing. That's like when I saw him live and he was taking like audience questions and stuff. He was just yelling at people so much that it kind of like for a while after that, I was like, "Geez, that guy just
He's intense.
He's intense, man.
He's a fucking crazy person, dude.
But I definitely don't deny that he's probably might be more popular than Kevin Hart.
I think he's top dog right now. Like
well, there's a lot more white people,
right,
than there are black people.
Let's be honest. Kevin Hart's definitely still the biggest black comedian for sure, and probably arguably the biggest comedian. But
I think his platform of how big Rogan's podcast is on top of everything is
just the last year alone. I mean, his guests have been. He's had some of the. He had fucking Elon Musk smoke pot on his fucking podcast.
It's true.
I mean, Jesus Christ.
He did.
He single-handedly dropped fucking Tesla's stock like fucking whatever.
There was other factors at play as well.
But it's crazy.
There's the whole fucking basically collusion thing.
Roseanne. I mean, all kinds of crazy shit.
That Roseanne shit was hard to listen to.
I didn't
she wouldn't shut up.
I liked it. I don't know.
She'd interrupt him. Every time he said something, she'd interrupt him. And it was like, shut the fuck up for a second.
Well, she's an old crazy person. The fact, dude, I learned... the fact that she had a traumatic brain injury at like 12, like got hit by a car, like got put in an insane asylum for fucking 8 months, like that shit's crazy.
Maybe she was insane.
She is. She's got multiple personality disorder. Like she talks about it in the interview.
Some people say it's not real.
I just didn't like all the backtracking she was doing on the comment that got her in trouble. Like, just
that's
own
the
it.
Thing is, like,
just
I
own
don't
it.
feel like I need to hear from her about all that. You know?
Yeah, she just
like,
and
whatever.
Rogan had her back on it too, and it was kind of like
He's a fan. Like him and like Stanhope.
just
are, like,
stand by it, just own it. You said it, and it was fucked up, and you said it, and that's it. Just
Right, like it's not like we don't expect you to make a fucked up joke here and there, and one might cross the line, and hey, it happens. But like you said, just own it. I said it, I didn't mean it. Whatever, let's move on.
Right.
I don't know. Face
the consequences. Get that shit taken.
Well, she
can
did.
do other work.
She lost.
Whatever.
It was the biggest show in fucking network history. She lost it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what happens.
And
though. Like,
big on her for signing off on the Connors because she didn't have to do that.
totally.
And she was like, "Look, I'm not gonna fuck out."
She would have been an asshole if she didn't just fuck everybody else.
She lost
money.
millions and fucking trillions of dollars. Like, you know, she's still loaded as fuck. But I mean, it was the biggest show. I mean, 20 million fucking views or something for network television. Open, you know, whatever. We don't need to talk about it. It doesn't matter. It was an interesting interview.
Who even
though.
has cable television anymore?
I do.
No.
I
Well,
do.
proven wrong. Whatever. But I want to talk about the biggest opening in Netflix history. No, I don't know, but the real popular thing on Netflix this week that
The
we got to
Haunting?
talk about. Yeah.
Are we talking about the haunting?
We got to get there,
Let's
man.
just get
Hill
there,
House?
shall we?
Haunting of Hill House.
Holy shit.
Definitely a lot of opinions on this online.
Really?
Definitely a hate it or love it.
Are we going spoilers or no spoilers? I think we should go spoilers.
Spoilers, really?
Yeah.
I mean,
I want to talk about what happened in the
All
show.
right, yeah, let's do it.
Well, wait. Have you watched?
He's not going
I'm not
to.
gonna watch
You're
it.
not going to?
No, I don't like
All
scary
right.
movies.
All right, if you haven't
House.
watched A Haunting of Hill House or whatever it's called on Netflix,
Fast forward.
and you don't want to be spoiled, you're going to want to skip this part of the conversation. So those of you watching live, I know there's hundreds of you.
Yeah.
Let's go like 5 or 10 minutes.
Shout
Yeah,
out.
we're going to go 5 to 10 minutes on
Yeah.
Hill House.
Yes.
So
And guess
maybe you
what?
want to walk away.
Guess what? I'm gonna sit back and listen.
All right. Well, I will.
So it's going to get boring.
I will say that the first episode did not completely grab me at all. Like, I mean, not like it didn't grab me at all, but that it didn't have me really like, oh, I gotta
that?
see where this goes. It definitely took me a couple, 2 to 3 episodes to be like, okay, I'm in. And the acting, I think, is definitely hit or miss. There's times where it's like, oh, this is phenomenal. They're doing this so well. But then there's times where it's just like, it's so cheesy or whatever. You know?
I think the acting was definitely and this is saying a lot. The acting was the worst part of the show.
Yeah.
And it wasn't terrible.
It wasn't
It was just
terrible.
bad sometimes.
And people got to remember that horror is pretty difficult to act out.
It's
you know.
garbage.
And then especially that when you have these emotional diatribes and you're going like, you know, all those kind of things. It's, you know.
At the end of the first episode, where I don't remember any of the characters' names in this damn show.
Me neither.
I remember Nell and Luke are the two little kids. What's the oldest brother?
The
Steve,
oldest brother, Steve.
Yeah, let's call him Steve. I
And
was
then
gonna
there's
say
Shirley,
Shirley,
Theo.
and Theo.
Okay.
When Steve, at the end of the first episode, where Steve, he comes home and Luke is stealing his shit.
Right.
He goes into the apartment and Nell is in his apartment,
Yeah.
but he doesn't know that it's her fucking ghost.
I don't think any of us knew at that
Not
point.
at the moment. And then we find out what happened to her.
Right.
That's when I was like, okay, this show's the shit.
Right.
The way they did that was perfect.
I mean, they definitely, because that's the thing, they litter the creepiness throughout at first, where it is just kind of subtle, or there's that one thing where you're just like, what the fuck
So
is
the
that?
sister's a
Like, you
ghost?
have that uneasy feeling without it being too, like, oh, in your face, or jump scares and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
So it's not like jump scary.
It is.
Here and there.
Yeah, it is sometimes.
Fuck.
There was like 1 or 2 moments that got me.
Can't
I've
handle that
I've seen people who are into scary stuff say that it's not that scary.
It's not that.
But then I've also seen people who are into scary things be like, this was actually scarier than most of the scary shit that I'm into.
well, and that's the thing is
like
that,
on the creepy factor.
well, the thing is, yeah, there's a good creepy factor there, and in my opinion, what got me was the storytelling. Like, I definitely prefer more psychological thriller versus slasher type horror.
Yeah.
And this kind of nicely towed that line where it was you know, had the spooky elements enough, and also to be paranormal, which usually that shit doesn't get me at all. You know, it's just like whatever, another exorcism or whatever.
the way they jumped around the timeline,
Yeah,
was
it took me a minute to get that,
beautiful though. But it was fucking they did such a good job of showing what's happening now versus what happened, and then
they rolled it out so that you knew what to anticipate. You were like, oh fuck, I can't wait to see what the dad's story was, or the mom's story, or like how that worked out.
And the way they kind of teetered on what's all in your head versus what's actually happening.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where the big divide was in the family, was like Steve thought it was all
Just
mental illness.
Which I think that it did a good job too at like.
Was that the writer?
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's the thing is what I like about is that first episode, you only get the perspective of the kid who saw the least, who was Steve and the writer. So then as you go through the show, you're progressively hitting characters that know more of what is actually happening. That truth is like slowly unveiled.
You guys convinced me. I'm going to watch it.
And then it wasn't until, you know, obviously there were headlines about it and stuff, but episode 5, Bent Neck Lady, that was the point where I was just like, that is golden. Like what they did on that episode, storytelling wise and visually and everything, was fucking like, that was some top notch little horror twist right there.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Okay, so I want to talk about episode 6 real quick. Episode 6. Okay, so basically the way they end 5 is like a perfect midway point. They almost treated it as like that was the end, and then they started new on the next episode.
Totally, yeah.
So on episode 6, they did kind of like one of those, like a one shot. I think it's more. It's probably simulated.
That's when they're all arguing and yelling.
Yeah, so they're at the funeral home.
That's so well done, right there.
And they're fighting with each other, or it doesn't start as a fight, but it turns into a fight of whose fault it was, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But it's all shot like a one shot.
So the camera's like going around them as it's happening.
Yeah, and I saw a lot of people talking about that. They loved that. That was their favorite episode.
That moment, though, when they're doing that, like that was one of those moments where I went, this is excellent acting, because they're getting to be so in that moment and feeding off of each other's energy without the cut of the camera that it just like.
But you said the acting wasn't good.
But that's what I'm saying, is that it's hit or miss. There's times where you go, this is amazing. This is perfect. Acting, they're doing and then there's other moments where it kind of brings.
Like, this show's awesome. This show sucks dick.
No, the show doesn't suck dick.
Well,
ever.
no, and so I personally gotta say that at the end, the way this show ends, I thought it kind of sucked dick.
I think the end of the show, the last episode, the way when it kind of explains everything is the worst part of the show.
Yeah, that's it.
But that's anytime there's a show about supernatural or
and it does the little round.
You can't explain that stuff,
Yes,
right? If you try to explain it, it's like me.
So it's like, I get it.
So this show ends,
and it makes me say
yes.
It makes me say no more. Leave it as it was.
It's a one and done, you think?
It's not.
It was based on a book, so
it's based on The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson, who she was a horror writer, horror sci-fi in the 50s. Right after World War II is when she kind of got big. She's a really great writer. So her book is actually about the house back then in like the 40s or 50s and whatever. And I think it's about one of the heirs to the House of the Hill family is going and visiting this place because of the said paranormal activity. And there's some other, I think an investigator there and just some different characters. So the book is about their experience in that house, whereas the series seems to be going, okay, we're going to take this house and then tell different stories about it through time.
I like that.
So it's not really based on the book. They're kind of just.
I'm gonna have to watch it. Like we started it.
Dude, just watch it. Just
all right.
When you think something scary is going to happen, do what I do.
Guys.
Look at Facebook.
Yeah.
With one eye, and then watch the show with the other eye.
Yeah, sometimes you got to take yourself out of it. Like, dude, fucking episode 5, man. I was like, I stayed up later than I needed to watch that episode, so I had to go to bed immediately after. And the end of that episode just ends in a way where not only are you like, wow, that was like really well done and fucked up, but then it just also starts that existential like, well, wait a minute.
All right. I'm gonna start it.
And it also makes you look at everything else that happens in the show as like, well, then how does that like play into that kind of concept?
Obviously, it's this, Halloween
of time, and
it's Halloween right now, right? So there's a lot of scary movies on TV.
Uh-huh.
AMC has been playing all the fucking Michael Myers Halloween movies.
Well, the new Halloween also just came out last week.
Right.
Yeah.
Which I really want to see.
So,
Halloween, guys. We're Halloweening.
Halloween.
I've never watched Michael Myers movies.
Really?
And
So did you watch some?
I watched all of them.
Did you ever watch the Rob Zombie ones?
All of them?
No.
Oh, shit.
I bet those are awesome.
Rob Zombie did 2 of them.
No shit.
Yeah. I watched the second one last
Well, these
night,
are some of the worst movies I've ever seen.
You act like you've never seen 80s horror before.
I haven't.
80s horror, that's the thing, is that, like, that's why it cracks me up when you're like, oh, that shit is so scary, because it's fucking...
Pretty scary.
It's a 80s horror.
There's scary parts. I mean, the first one, is highly rated on the Rotten meter. Not great.
Well, it's a lot like Friday the 13th's first one, where you're getting more of the background story. Like
it's better. I mean, okay, he's a kid. He killed his fucking mom or sister, whatever. He got put in an insane asylum. He escapes, somehow just escapes. Gets in a car, drives to a neighborhood, drives circles around the neighborhood. Somehow they don't fucking see him. Like, he's in a mask, driving a car in broad daylight that says fucking insane asylum on the side of it. You know what I mean?
No.
And the fucking psychiatrist is fucking following him, telling a cop, like, look for him, man. Like, he's crazy. Go to the house. These girls are smoking weed and shit. Like, he's fucking following them.
Okay.
They're young. I don't know, man. Not
What?
It's just there's not a lot of backstory there. Like, okay, yeah, he was crazy, he killed somebody, he escapes.
Right, but then
That's
I think
it? That's the depth?
in the further, well, that's the thing is, like, because you asked, you're like, how do you kill Michael
Yeah,
Myers?
how do you fucking kill him?
And
he got his head chopped off in Halloween 4.
Oh, okay, so
H2O.
then I started looking into this because I was like, well, Jason
He always comes back.
Jason is like undead and
Shoot
feeding
him.
off of his mother's evil spirit, and then Freddy Krueger is kind of like a demon and shit. And then they never really explain Michael Myers, but then I found out that they actually do. Apparently, in Halloween 6. There's some kind of ritual that took place where he's like cursed and he sold his soul to the devil, but basically like he has to kill all of his family before he can rest.
Oh, okay.
So that's that paranormal part of it why he can't die.
And why does he wear
still
that
has to
fucking
fulfill
mask?
that. I think because it was part of like right as a child he hated himself and his family, and the mask really meant a lot to him as like this disassociative part.
Okay.
And I mean also the mask is just a horror trope where it's like, all of these monster people in these horror movies are just like they're the fear of the unknown, right? That's what they represent is the human's fear of the unknown and the thing that's going to come and get you that you don't know why or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's out of nowhere.
Fair enough. I mean, not horrible, but dude, I mean, Jason 2, not great. Jason 3, real not great.
What do you mean that's Halloween is not Jason?
Oh, sorry. Halloween
4 is
4
Mike Myers.
Halloween 4 H2O. Dude, Ant-Man's big fucking role. I love you, man. Paul Rudd.
Dude, well, a lot of actors get their start in horror, like Jennifer Aniston in Leprechaun, too.
Wow, I thought she was Scream.
Courtney Cox was in Scream, right? Or
Oh, yeah,
not?
that's right. Courtney Cox. Yeah,
remember.
in fucking young, I think she's a dimey dime. Fucking, she was in True Lies. Jamie Lee Curtis, I think her name is.
Yeah, Halloween was like kind of a big.
She's like a good-looking older gal, I think. I don't know
older
why.
guy.
Fucking.
Johnny Depp got his start in Nightmare on Elm Street, the first one.
Really?
That was the first Johnny Depp movie.
Damn.
That
Look at him now.
Yeah.
Broke as fuck.
Tonto.
Crazy as shit. Yeah. Anyways, horror movies, man, they're scary. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
not a-
typically get into them very
I'm not a huge
often.
fan. Like, I don't get I don't get wanting to be scared. Like, being scared sucks. I hate spiders. I hate snakes. Why? Probably in my DNA. There was probably one point, like, my ancestors, millions of fucking years ago, had to fucking fight off snakes or some shit, right? I don't like nightmares. I don't like scary dreams. I don't like scary figures. I don't like, I like happy things. I like Christmas. I like songs about cheer and joy.
But I think that there's also an element of like,
I like laughter.
kind of facing the fear a bit,
I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it.
And I don't know. I mean, there's also kind of an endorphin rush, right? That's why
There's
people go to
definitely that.
I
people
don't
go
know.
to haunted houses. I love haunted houses, man. Like it's a rush and
You're a
scary.
serial killer, though.
No, but see, a lot of people feel that way.
It's weird.
Millions of people.
It's just weird.
Because it does something to your brain that you don't just get normally.
Right?
It makes you feel a certain way. And then it's not necessarily being scared that feels good, but after it's over,
Like, I survived.
you have like I don't know, something feels good.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's an I survived or not, but
drugs, I don't know.
I've always liked creepy shit. You know, it's just fun. It's just a different side. You know.
It's just weird. I don't know. I mean, to each their own. I'm not judging. I just don't get it.
I mean, it's no different than people that like sad movies.
Right?
Yeah, or funny movies.
Yeah.
You
If you
know?
don't like to laugh, you're fucking Jason. You're Michael
Well,
Myers.
who doesn't? Everybody likes to laugh. What do you
Right.
mean?
I don't
Right,
know.
if you
Maybe
don't-
there's probably people out there that don't like.
I mean, I'm sure there's but I mean,
I don't like that. It's too
it's
funny.
It's very
funny.
it's
It's
very
too much
few
fun.
and far between people that
Yeah.
literally don't like to laugh.
yeah. It's just like I've met people that don't listen to music.
Right.
And it's like, that's fucking weird, but
That's
whatever.
weird. That's weird.
yeah, you know.
I mean, what was
So-
life?
And the thing about it is, it's literally a movie.
yeah.
So like, if you shouldn't be scared because nothing's gonna happen because it's not real. It's just a movie.
But that's
Yeah.
the crazy thing about the human mind is how we take these things and we can kind of experience them. And I think that's part of the thrill, right? Is like, you know, with your brain, the illusion of somebody stabbing themselves in the hand, you don't feel it, but you kind of get this weird sense of what
Yeah.
it sensation.
It's like going on a roller coaster. Like you get to get to feel the fear without actually being in danger.
That is a good point. It's not real. Why do I feel like it's so real and I can't watch it? And I just like I tense up.
maybe that's
I
the
have to like
thing.
close my eyes.
And maybe
like,
that's the thing.
I plug my ears. I have to go. Oh.
Because when I was, maybe this will help.
Is it over? Ah, you know, and
Maybe this will help. Because I think that why a lot of that shit doesn't scare me, and I know why it doesn't scare Samara and she's into horror, is because when I was really young, my dad was like, well, no, this is how movies are made. And we would watch like the special effects shows and stuff, and they'd show how they did these, like, here's how they made the dude's head explode in scanners, and oh, it's a fucking watermelon or whatever. And then when seeing that, it's like, oh, that's interesting. So then it's even funner to watch horror and be like, holy shit, they're slitting their eyeball open. How do they do that? What is that? You know what I mean? Like,
Probably fake
it's
eye.
kind of more analytical. And I know that
guess.
Samara, like, or my daughter, beep out her name. I don't
Yeah.
need people knowing that.
Nah,
She's been on the show before.
I know, but she likes it too because I had shown her a lot of like behind the scenes stuff, so she is always like, "Whoa, that makeup is really cool" and stuff
all
like
right,
that.
fair enough.
So I mean, you got to remember that it's a movie and look at like the artistry behind it.
Yeah. All right. I don't know, man.
But also,
wanna,
like, you don't have to like horror.
I want to,
It's
though.
fine.
I
but-
really do.
But why? That's a weird thing for you to want to be something you aren't.
That's just me in a nutshell.
You just want to be cool. You're like, man, the cool kids
Yeah.
watch horror.
Yeah. It's Halloween. I want to watch scary movies.
I don't know. Like I said, I'm not very into it. I don't watch them very often. Very rarely will I watch something that's really scary.
I am gonna watch Haunted House. On
And I
Haunted
think
Hill.
that this, because it's not too scary and it's just thrilling enough and it's a good family drama. Because in my opinion,
Is it rated R?
it's MA. But in my opinion, like, that's what the show was about. It turned this haunted house horror thing into a family drama that shows you that, like, I mean, that kind of is the horror, right? Is the
Being with your family?
Not being with your family, but just the things that happen when you have a family, the issues of abandonment or feeling like, oh, this person thinks I'm a liar, and just
Right.
like those little things that I think build up through lives with relationships and stuff, where it kind of like sheds a little light on that.
You know what takes care of all that shit? When you have a fucking kid.
what?
I don't know, man. My family I feel like my family's closer than ever. Just by like popping one in.
Yeah, that's probably true.
It's weird.
I mean,
That kind of thing will bring a family together.
bring families.
It's,
Yeah.
it's strange, dude.
So okay.
I'll tell you what.
I don't know.
I'll never go sleep in some big old giant old house by myself.
Fuck that.
I'd love the idea of it, but I know I wouldn't actually
I'd
do
share
it.
a bed with you.
I'm the kind of guy that always thinks there's somebody out my window or outside my door when it's late and it's dark and it's
yeah.
quiet.
Yeah,
I
me
always
too.
think that's.
I'm always expecting that, you know.
So if I was in some big mansion
Like,
that's
fuck, there's definitely
Yeah.
Dude, I used to
Nope.
sleep in a dark fucking basement with spiders, dude. That shit was terrifying.
and I don't believe in ghosts. Like I literally don't believe they're real.
But no matter what, there's always this weird fear of something. Like, I mean, that's just like a natural part of being human, and the human condition is that since the beginning of time, we've always been afraid of something.
Slender
unknown.
Man.
Yeah,
Slender
Like I've talked about how
Man.
Slender Man hits all those archetypes of all these beings that go back forever, of shadow people, black, you know, the Men in Black, and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
Where it's like,
Will Smith?
yeah,
Yep.
Yep.
Will Smith,
the Men in
the
Black.
genie himself.
Man.
Yeah.
Did you guys know that both Iron Fist and Luke Cage have been canceled?
Yeah,
thank
I heard
God.
that. It's crazy.
Fuck both those shows.
Dang.
Right into
really,
the ground.
Really mad, huh? You really don't want those people.
I thought you
to
liked
make
Luke
money.
Cage. Didn't you like Luke Cage?
Nope.
Really?
Never watched it.
Interesting. Well, the new Daredevil came out yesterday.
Yeah, I haven't gotten a chance to check this
Really?
out yet.
I hope that gets canceled.
I watched the first two. It was pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, it should be solid, right? Like, it's got a good foundation.
We got D'Onofrio back
know what we're expecting.
as Wilson Fisk.
Very nice. Bring the Fisk back. I think that's the
So-
thing is that, you know, Luke Cage and Iron
Questlove
Fist,
was pretty pissed about Luke Cage being canceled.
I mean, it does, you know, that show represented a lot. And it's sad to see it go because I definitely felt that it was better than Iron Fist. But, you know, if there wasn't the big audience for it to keep that
They
going,
could have done a better job.
I
with it.
believe so, too. I mean, even with that first season.
It's like the first season, the things that were good were great. Everything else was pretty bad.
But dude, Netflix has so many shows going on. They have to start probably canceling shit.
And
Well,
Like,
they've been canceling shit all along.
Jesus Christ. I mean,
Yep. And it's just, you know.
I wonder how many
whatever.
original shows they have going at one time.
A lot.
I
It's
mean,
insane.
I think it was definitely interesting how I showed you guys the list of what came out this Friday on Netflix, and they were all originals.
You thought Louis C.K.
It's just their
came
new
out.
thing. Even like that new show, Haunted.
Which I watched the first 5 minutes.
So it's like their version of. It's like they're making their versions of everything.
What was this whole Louis C.K. thing?
What are you? What are you talking about?
You thought Louis C.K. special?
No,
came
I
out.
didn't think that.
Yeah, you did.
it seemed like you thought
It
that.
seemed like I thought that because I said, "What's on the flicks tonight?"
And then you said surprise Louis C.K. special.
Like it was like sarcastic, like hoping, like wishing, wouldn't that be tight?
Oh, I started
No.
Googling.
And then all
I
of a sudden
couldn't
you're like,
find
"What? What is this? What are you talking about?" You got so excited. I'm sorry.
Louis apparently done some more sets, and people are
I just don't want him to come back, huh?
they're so mad.
Yeah.
It's
Fucking,
gonna
I
be
don't
a
know.
rough one, man. And I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm a piece of shit for wishing there was a new surprise special.
I don't know. It just doesn't seem like that big of a deal.
I'm staying out of this one.
Oh, some
you
thumbs
just
down.
lit your own fire there, bub.
That's obviously a huge deal.
You just lit your own fire there, bub.
It is, and that's the weird thing is that, you know, I guess us as a culture and whoever is outraged about this, they're gonna have to take their
Bro.
time, and eventually it'll be okay. And
I'm
it won't-
desensitized.
Yeah.
I've been exposed to so much fucking inappropriate messaging that I don't know what to feel anymore. I don't know if it's bad, good, in between. I don't know if I'm gay, straight, sex phobic.
You can't let it confuse you.
Phobic?
I don't know.
Are you afraid of sex?
Who am I? Yeah.
Okay.
So glad.
Well,
this is a lot.
on that note, do you guys want to talk about 8th grade?
Yeah, man.
Fucking great show.
Did you watch it?
Nope.
So this is the movie
I want to so bad.
that Chase was talking about beforehand about how great it was,
Yeah, he
not
was.
having actually seen it.
No,
heard
and I don't
about it.
think he even knows what it's really
Because it's
about.
written and directed by
Bo Burnham.
Bo Burnham.
Which, yeah, I was really excited to hear that he made that transition because his last special was kind of dark and kind of about, like, it obviously felt like he was in a creative space where he wasn't pushing himself anymore the way he wanted to. So I think that that's rad that he was
So-
making a movie.
So you've seen it now.
Yeah.
I watched it. Chase still hasn't seen it.
And I'm interested for your perspective because I got to watch it with a little, girl that's going into 8th grade next year. So I thought it was really appropriate.
I
It was
think
hilarious.
you probably got
The way-
more out of it because of that.
Probably, like, that's the way you were, like, it was intended for, I guess.
I think it was a well done movie. I think it did a really good job of showing what life may be like for your average 8th grade girl in this country.
And I'll tell you, from the little girl's perspective, Sam was like, yeah, that's totally it. What's funny is she was even like a couple days after we watched it, she came home from school and she's like, yeah, so we were like having this little like meeting and stuff, and out of nowhere I heard a kid go, LeBron James, and like nobody knows who said it. She's like, it's so funny, like that movie hit all those so true things for kids now.
They say LeBron James. What is that like? Why?
It's just they just do, man. It's just like almost like a Kobe or whatever, but
Right.
but then it's just funny. I don't know. It's just funny.
Huh.
It's just funny to kids, like when the awkward silence or something. LeBron James.
I kept waiting for something awful to happen
Nothing
Right.
did.
or
Somebody to get AIDS or fucking butt.
something, and nothing really ever happens.
No,
Okay.
it's almost this.
Look at the time.
It's just like this. Here's what happened
Right,
in this
a
girl's
week.
life for
Yeah,
a
here's
school
little
year.
situation that that was dramatic of sorts, but
This-
I, don't know,
I remember
not a
8th
big-
grade.
I really want Chase to watch this movie,
After
especially
him
because he thinks that it's like some
So good.
great piece of cinema. Like I want him to watch it so that I can get his reaction to it. Because I think he's going to be like, "What the fuck was
I
that?"
know he's gonna be really confused.
All right, I'll watch it tonight, man. Is it free?
No,
All right. Is
nothing in life is free.
Is it Redbox?
I don't know, man.
It might be.
Maybe.
Hey, do you guys have a extra laptop charging cable?
I thought you were just gonna say an extra laptop.
What? No.
Really?
Those are like
I have one laptop and it has one cable.
Yeah, and then when it breaks, you have to go buy a new one.
Fuck, man.
You have to go buy a new cable.
Fuck.
You don't buy a pack of 5.
Is 8th grade the kind of movie that you would recommend just for your average moviegoer to watch, or do you
No.
think?
I'd recommend it probably to somebody that had a kid around that age.
Definitely more for girls
Yeah.
to relate to, I think.
Yeah.
I kind of wonder why Bo Burnham has such great insight on what it's like to be an 8th grade girl.
That's exactly what I was thinking when I was watching it. I was like, how is he hitting that so well? But I think maybe the thing may have been that like he wanted to show something, like obviously he's younger, and I think he wanted to show something like, how do I capture like kids right now? Because it is a very interesting snapshot of like these kids that are in the YouTube generation, right?
Yeah.
And the mobile technology everywhere. It's a very interesting point in time, I think. Kids are fucking funny these days.
Oh, man. I'm going to have a kid born in 2019.
Yeah.
How's that feel?
What the fuck, boys?
That means your kid's turning 21 in 2040.
Fuck.
How's that feel?
I'm going to be dead.
You think he'll be dead by then?
I'm not making it to 2040.
No.
You don't think so?
I mean, God bless me, but
2040.
You just said God bless yourself.
God bless me. Bless me.
I hope he
You
blesses me
sneeze
with
and go,
life.
oh, bless me.
God bless me, but
Achoo, bless me.
Oh, man.
you'll make it to 2040.
I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was pretty funny. It was sweet. It had I think it had a good moral for little girls around that age. It is a weird time of your life, and then to be in this generation.
Will
of
you
things.
guys...
And there was some awkward shit. There was some little drama and some points that they really pointed out that
I kept waiting for it to get
sex?
I kept thinking it was going to get pervy, and it never did.
I mean,
Which
there
I'm glad it didn't.
It got kind of close at that one point, but it made that turn enough to where, I think that it was intended to open up dialogue among parents. Especially I feel like me and my kid, we share a lot, and we're very open with each other and talk about all these things anyways. So it made it an easy watch for us. But I could see if there's, a bigger age gap between you and your kid, or or those parents that don't really talk about those things when it comes to, inappropriate stuff.
How am I gonna talk to my kid about sex?
I don't know, man.
We don't do that in this
Yeah,
house.
right. You're gonna be talking to that kid about sex from a young age.
Yeah, you're right.
'Cause you're gonna be telling him you jerked off.
I'm interested to see how
My kid's
you
gonna
act around your
fucking
kid.
lay so much wood, dude. Like, he's gonna be a fucking smash.
I wouldn't count on it.
dude. He's gonna be.
I would say just
97%.
hold your opinion on that until your kid is of age, and then you can decide.
Yeah, don't be asking that baby to,
I'm just saying he's gonna lay some wood.
Are you guys gonna circumcise him?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. No, not gonna let him have the elephant trunk.
No, dude. He's not gonna be a freak. Fuck.
Huh.
Yeah, dude.
Why don't how about we get some listeners to chime in on whether or not
He's gonna
Jay
have
should
a,
circumcise his
he's
kid?
gonna have a fucking clean helmet, dude. He's not gonna have to pull that shit back and Q-tip it and all that weird shit.
That's like one weird thing.
Yeah, man. Fuck
All that weird shit. That one thing that's
you
different.
circumcised?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know why? Because we're white men in America.
Yeah,
Right.
there was no real option there.
You know
He
who's
just did
not?
it for no
Scotty
reason.
Dell.
Yeah.
Scotty Dell's got a big old elephant trunk. He's
How's it feel?
got a fat cock too.
I hear that it feels better
I don't know if you need to be talking about that
because
because we're live.
the
I don't care.
skin.
He's
So
got
the
a big old dick.
because so it naturally
I've seen
it makes it so so basically us getting circumcised is like getting your nipple pierced, how you kind of lose filling in it, right?
Right.
So it's like when you still have that skin
That's why
on
I have
there,
to like punch my dick to come.
there's nerve endings around the head that you were supposed to fill.
Sorry to whoever just tuned in.
And when we get
that's what they heard.
circumcised,
I fucking cut myself banging the other day.
cut yourself banging.
Yeah, my dick like kind of split. I don't know what the fuck happened, dude. Like I was really laying that wood.
Oh, split my dick.
Dude, yeah, I was like, what the fuck, dude?
Well, it happens.
What
Yeah.
the fuck, Chase?
I hope your kid doesn't lay pipe like that.
It's really,
God
really.
damn it! I'm so sorry.
What else is on the
Somebody just like tuned in right as this conversation
and
was
then
happening.
immediately
So.
tuned out.
I was just getting it.
And they're still there, so maybe they're into that
Yo,
shit.
can I get a couple of those fucking gummy vitamins?
Nope.
You think that's gonna help?
That's medicine, not candy.
What
It's
else
not
is
medicine.
on the
It's
list?
a fucking vitamin.
But also, so going off of 8th grade, I double featured, and after that, I watched Slice, the pizza horror, starring Chance the Rapper.
Chance the Rapper.
and Zazie Beetz.
Really?
Yeah, which,
How horrible was that?
it was actually
It's
pretty
good.
fun.
Really?
Yeah, it was awesome.
What, you think Zazie Beetz is horrible?
No, I think Chance the Rapper can't fucking act.
He wasn't the best,
okay.
but it was all right. You know.
Was he
And
like-
the thing is, the movie is like
I'm doing backflips.
the movie's it's kind of making fun of itself.
Nah,
anyways.
nah, nah, nah.
No, Chase, he
angels.
was acting, not making music.
I actually like that album. But, dude, let's be honest. He's been touring that album for way too long. Chance the Rapper needs to put out a new record.
He's about to.
I personally don't care whether he has a new record or not.
Yeah, he just put out a.
Didn't listen to the old one, not going to listen to the new
It's,
one.
dude, there's a couple songs that I fucking just.
But he was in a movie called Slice.
That's what we're talking about today.
Do you wear a dad hat with a 3 on it?
What?
He always wears a dad hat with a 3.
This is a movie. Means he's playing a character that's not him.
Did he throw a little bit of his own personality into this role, or was he just
I mean, it's
completely?
impossible not to, right?
Yeah,
Unless
it's
you're
him.
fucking Christian Bale or Daniel Day-Lewis.
Dude,
But I thought it was
shout out
fun.
to Christian Bale.
It was a good movie. I enjoyed it. It was
Yeah.
fun.
And like how they kind of make fun. It's a spoof of the '80s horror kind
it
of
rated
sci-fi. Probably,
yeah, it
yeah.
is.
Oh yeah, it is boobs. Because a lot of the 80 horrors, there's
I don't remember if there's boobs or not.
Yeah, I
There's
don't-
lots
it-
of
it-
dicks.
There's
fake gore.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
gore.
Not like super realistic gore, though.
And just a fun little story of the
Yeah.
whole like the ghost population, and then there was a werewolf. Like it was
Was
just-
Chance the Rapper like the main actor?
No, he was one of the main characters, but he wasn't.
Maybe he'll become like a big actor.
I would say like Zazie was probably one of the main characters.
I don't know who Zazie is.
Zazie Beetz is the
come on.
girl from Atlanta and from Deadpool 2.
You know,
He has
God,
no
what is wrong
idea.
with you? Donald Glover's girlfriend in
took-
Atlanta.
I'm on the kratom.
Kratom. Oh yeah, and Hannibal Buress was in it. For
Okay,
a
that makes
minute,
sense.
too.
That makes sense.
It was a fun movie, man. Like, yeah, where it's like it's not scary. There's some gore
Where
and
can I
stuff.
see this slice?
I don't know. Why do you always
Can I
have
like
to ask that?
Redbox it? Like what? Like where can I get it?
It's on
Where you
Netflix,
get
isn't it?
Movies.
It's on Netflix.
It's either on
I didn't watch
Netflix
it
or
on
Amazon because
Netflix.
I watched it.
Pull it up. Pull it up. Pull it up.
Chris Parnell as the mayor was pretty good. Paul Scheer, he actually did really well.
Okay. Best movie ever.
No, definitely not.
Pull up a
But
trailer. Let's watch the trailer.
I must have watched it on Google or Amazon or something.
Dudes, imagine.
That's
oh,
Zazie
she's so
Beetz.
hot. Jesus Christ.
yeah, so she's awesome in it.
What
It's
a
just
great
a
name, dude. Like Tony Beats, dude. From Gold Rush. He's an asshole, dude. He fucked Tony Parker over so hard.
Nobody cares about Gold Rush.
On yesterday's episode. Fucking shout out to fucking.
Abba, are you up on this Beverly Loughlin movie? An Evening with Beverly Loughlin.
Never even heard of it.
no,
It's Aubrey Plaza.
really.
Yes, you got to check it out.
Yeah. I mean,
Why
she's
can't?
my
Why
favorite.
don't I have to check it out?
An evening of
Why
what?
only ABBA?
Well,
Why
because-
can't I?
An
check it
Evening with Beverly Loughlin.
out? I want to check it out.
Because do you always bring up how much you love Aubrey Plaza?
I fucking love Aubrey Plaza.
Oh yeah. Who is she? What's she from?
Star Wars: Last Jedi, bro. Everybody knows that. She's great, man.
Yeah, she sure is in that movie.
Sure is. It doesn't have great reviews on the internet, but it's her. So
But that's what I did.
Craig Robinson's in it. What's his name?
She always does these random
Flight of the
Let me see what
Conchords
she looks like.
indie
/ Legion.
Let me see.
No, you don't even deserve to know.
Dude, I bet I know when I see her. Hold on.
Yeah, you'll know when you see her. Of course, she's famous.
That's
He
silence.
doesn't know.
That's radio silence.
He doesn't know who she is.
That's why I didn't mention you.
I know who she is. I know who she is. She's been in a lot of things.
There you go.
She was in Superbad.
Nope.
No?
She was in Scott Pilgrim.
That's right. That's right. I know her from that.
Yeah,
Yep.
she was the.
She's been in a lot of stuff now. She's in Legion.
Yep.
She's amazing
like
in
the-
Legion.
She is in Legion. Yep.
Best. Parks and Rec is where her big.
Yeah.
What's the guy's name from Flight of the Conchords that's in Legion?
Connor
What's his name?
McBride.
Jermaine Clement.
It's not
He's that kind
Jermaine,
of a-
it's Jermaine,
He's like a big
Jermaine
goofy
Clement.
guy. He's like gangly, right? He's got big teeth.
I guess.
Sure.
That's one way to look at it.
Big gangly tooth guy.
Abba, how was Sorry to Bother You?
So Sorry to Bother You was really good. I'm glad I watched it. It came out around the same time as 8th grade, and people were definitely ranting and raving about it being a great movie.
All right, I gotta watch that.
Written and directed by Boots Riley of The Coup, and it was interesting. Definitely a little indie comedy, but it had a lot of big names. Lakeith Stanfield kills it, man. Darius from Atlanta. Which is funny that Slice, Zazie Beetz, like seeing these people get work is awesome. Man.
Sure is.
Atlanta's like the best show ever made.
And he's just such a relatable character. It seems like no matter who he plays, because he's a little, he's just different than
but he's just likable for some reason.
yeah, because he's just like he's kind of logical and just rolls with stuff. But very interesting, well done movie. He's like. He's from Oakland. He gets a job as a telemarketer, and he's like trying to become the best telemarketer, but the other employees are kind of staging like a walkout and all this. So it's interesting. It kind of gets into actually political social commentary. Boots Riley being really involved in the Oakland activism of the recent protests and stuff for the last while.
Who says Boots Riley?
He's from The Coup. He's a rapper.
The Coup.
If you don't know, you don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
If you don't know, then you don't
you really
know.
want me to explain it to you.
Exactly.
So him being really involved in that, I knew that there had to be some commentary on that, and it definitely does take a turn where you're like, oh, okay, I see the metaphor of this, and him kind of telling that story. But really funny, really good cameos, totally enjoyable.
Good.
One.
I've been looking forward to it coming down in price on Google. I haven't watched it yet because I don't want to buy it. I can't buy every
Mary
movie.
James
You know what I mean?
Might have been
I
a
feel
fucking
ya.
cocksucker, but he sold some good shit to me. Man.
Hey, Chase, just so you guys know real quick, Smoke, good friend Smoke, chimed in. He says, looks snazzy, which doesn't matter.
Yeah. You look snazzy.
Don't need to hear that.
Thanks, Smoke. You're a good looking guy.
Secondly, this is for you, Chase. He says, don't clean the helmet. And then he says, let him live, which I'm not sure what he's referring to there.
Let him live.
But then in all caps, he says, leaving due to cock talk. And then he signed off and isn't watching anymore. So
that I'm sure that's what happens with everybody.
Thanks, Smoke. Somebody else just is watching now, too. So Smoke left and somebody else jumped on.
I like this live commentary.
Well, dude, I fucking A, man. Like, people pick the wrong time for everything.
Huh?
What?
I can't help it, man.
Huh?
What are you talking about?
So it's other people's fault that you say the things you say?
Yeah.
Huh.
He's just taking that.
It's an interesting way to look at it.
Yeah, you took that perspective and just went, yep, I guess I'm rolling with this now. This is the way I think.
I'm just going to commit.
Chase, you wanted to talk about Making a Murderer Season 2?
I mean, yeah.
Did you watch it?
I watched the first episode at 3 a.m. last night when I couldn't sleep.
Okay.
How is it?
It's pretty fucking crazy so far.
Is it the same thing they did with Season 1?
Well, yeah.
They're like revisiting it.
They're trying to get him out.
Yeah, so
it's the same guy, the same case, and everything.
Yeah, same case.
I think they're following up on kind of showing like this is what has happened with the whole.
Is he guilty? I don't know.
But, well, the big thing is that the confession, like, right, there's so much resting on that whole stupid thing, and it's just, I don't know.
He's got an IQ of a 4th grader.
But the thing is that that doesn't disprove that Stephen Avery didn't do it, is the thing.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
There's a lot of temper.
It never really gripped me fully. It was, like, super fucked up, but then I know that, like, that happens constantly. Like, what is there, like an estimated 100,000 people are in prison falsely?
Yeah.
You know,
honestly,
one is too many.
It was pretty good. It was. I watched the first episode. I'm gonna watch it all. I just, I like fucking murder shit. I just like all that stuff. I watch fucking true crime TV all the time and whatever the fuck. You're sleeping with a monster.
How come you don't find that stuff scary, but you think that other stuff is scary?
I don't know.
It's because that's real. Like that's real shit that happens.
I like real murder. I like
the U.S. leads
serial
the
killer
world
shit. It's
in
weird.
incarceration.
Well, duh.
It has approximately 2 million people behind bars in the U.S. That means a wrongful conviction rate of 1% translates to 20,000 people punished for crimes they didn't commit, and that's what they suspect it is about. On death row, 1 in 25 are likely innocent.
Yeah.
1 in 25 out of inmates.
Dude, that death row show on fucking Netflix, fuck, that shit was crazy. I don't know, man. I just like all that stuff. I don't.
You like real murder. You just don't like fake murder.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is all about. You're right. I've never really thought about that.
Yeah,
dude.
maybe you're more disturbed than
There's just not like it's the music. It's the way they fucking, that bullshit. Like I don't like to be scared like that, man.
Yeah,
like
they do it that way on purpose for sure.
If you're gonna murder someone, just fucking murder someone.
So,
get to it.
Making a Murderer Season 2 exists.
You're right.
Chase thinks it's
pretty good.
I cannot wait. I need Star Wars news so bad.
Really?
Dude, so is this Resistance show out yet or something?
Yeah, but they put out like the first 3 episodes on the app. So it's I guess now we got to wait for episode 4 for a few weeks. Plus it's just a kids cartoon, so it's not that like it's not very satisfying. You know what I mean?
But you've watched it and you don't feel like it's that satisfying.
No, I mean it's the animation's really cool.
As satisfying as Rebels or Clone Wars?
It's the same.
Right.
It's a cartoon, so like their whole like plot structures are very basic and they're all kind of the same thing, happens over and over again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it looks really cool. And the sounds are very Star Warsy, so you get a little bit of something there. Yeah, and you got BB-8. BB-8's beeping around.
How about that AI?
Sorry.
How about that AI project or whatever where they put Harrison Ford over Solo?
I didn't actually watch any of the videos.
I didn't know how to.
I don't need that, but I guess it's cool that they do it.
It's just kind of funny.
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
That's a good
I
fun
do
time.
kind of want to see some clips of it.
You know what's fucked up? All I can think about is fucking winning at fantasy football, dude.
Why?
You're so obsessive, bro.
I
Like,
know,
chill
chill.
out.
I can't help it.
It's
dude.
like at this point in the season, I like it's hard for me to remember to care.
I'm just pissed I picked Marshawn Lynch. I had to drop him this week because he's a fucking piece of shit.
He's a piece of shit because he hurt his groin.
I know, it sucks, dude. I fucking want to love beast mode, but he sucks.
He got hurt. Like, what do you?
What are you talking about?
He has-
People get hurt.
He hasn't
man.
put up more than fucking 8 points this whole season.
But see, that's the thing. If people aren't performing to your expectations, then all of a sudden they just suck.
yeah, he sucks at fantasy. I don't mean he's.
He's not. He's literally not going to play for at least 4 weeks.
I dropped him, dude.
So.
I dropped him.
I'm going to pick him up because when he comes back, he's going to blast.
Well, good luck with that, dude. He hasn't performed at all.
The thing about fantasy football is that if you take it too seriously, like you do, it's not fun anymore.
No, it is fun. I just like winning.
You look like you're having a great time.
Where are you on the leaderboard?
I'm like fourth.
Well,
I don't
you
know.
should be having
I'm
fun
third
and
in
not worried
points.
about winning.
You should be having just a fine time.
Yeah, because you should already
just
know
wanna
that it's
win
not,
and then
it's not
fucking rub-
about winning.
Right. Everything's
It's not about
winning.
winning. It's not about your vengeance or your
Yes,
ego.
it is.
It shouldn't be.
But
'Cause
it
it doesn't work out for people.
No, it doesn't. My life hasn't worked out.
No, you're doing fine. But you got to chill on the Final Fantasy shit talking.
I can't help.
Final Fantasy.
It's fun for me.
Fantasy
I just
football.
like
It's the
shit
same
talking.
thing.
It's just fun for me. I don't mean anything malicious.
I
by
think
it.
that if you're good
I'm
at
just having
Final
fun.
Fantasy, you can be good at fantasy football.
Here's the thing about
Same
Chase.
shit.
Chase, there could be 2 playing cards, and you guys decide, I'm going to pick up one, you pick up the other. Whoever gets the higher one wins. Chase would talk shit to you before picking up those cards. Like, he doesn't care.
It's that it's just a random luck.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
He's going to talk shit about it.
Dude,
And then if he wins,
you, your card's a piece of shit. Yeah, then I'm the shit. I knew it was gonna be that
It's just
card.
fun for me. I don't know why.
As long as you're having fun, then that's good. And I love healthy shit talk.
No, I don't
Like a
mean
good-
anything by it. Like,
like-
Carl, I love you, brother.
And
There's
there's a
all
good
fun and games.
And there's a
everybody.
good fun in games when we're fucking with
I was
each other.
I'm literally fucking around.
But if
I
you're
really am.
one-sided, just telling somebody "fuck you," I'm gonna destroy you,
I
and
know.
they're not
They're not
playing
into it.
that game.
Well, I'll message people every week. I send a message to my competitor or whatever. Sorry, I'm high.
opponent,
Opponent.
Enemy.
my
and
competitor.
if I don't know him, I kind of do it nicely, but I say, "Look, I'm going to destroy you. I mean this in the best of ways. Good luck to you. You're going to need it, but good luck." You know what I mean? I try to say like
I
pretty,
should pull up the conversation you had with me and see if you at all put it like
Pull it
"good
up.
luck, sir."
No, if he knows you, it's all.
it's on.
Yeah.
Like Carl, I went in kind of hard on Carl, and he came back at me, but then I think he felt bad, which he shouldn't have because it's all fun and games. You know, like I just like the idea of like this is a competition, and we can fucking talk shit on each other, right? I don't. I guess not everybody likes to talk shit. People take talking shit really personal, but it shouldn't be. It's just we're friends. We're being silly.
Well, there's a method. There's a way to go about it.
But I like getting in people's heads, like Ric Flair. You know what I mean? Like I've like.
see, I knew it was some bullshit like that.
Yeah, you think people are like, "Oh no, Chase is gonna beat me."
Right. This
That-
fat fuck. Everybody's like, fuck this fucking fat fuck.
Jesus
I
Christ.
fucking hate this.
Abba, did you want to talk about the Friday the 13th game?
Yeah,
Dude, is that game tight?
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
It looks badass.
So it's free on PS Plus right now.
No shit.
And
No shit. I'm going to go get it tonight.
all of a sudden, you're a big gamer. I love it.
I get in spurts, dude.
I know.
I
then
get
you're not
spurts.
go-
I'm excited.
But if you do decide to play it, that would be tight. Let me know.
I will.
Because the online mode is pretty cool.
Can we go kill people?
You have to take turns basically. So what it is there's 2 different modes. You can do like offline mode where you have challenges and it's different scenarios and stuff.
You got to get away from Jason.
Or you can
though.
just no, in that mode you are Jason. And
Nice.
so it'll be a scenario like, okay, you're at this cabin where 2 of the people, the power just went out. And they're a little freaked out. 2 people are going upstairs and they're going to fuck. and then one of them is going to go out and look in the generator and try to get it started again while the girl like finishes trying to like serve up the soup or whatever.
Is there a name to this game?
Yeah, it's Friday the 13th.
Is
Just
like,
that? Yeah. Just Friday the 13th?
Is there like sex sounds and stuff when they're fucking?
Oh my god, this isn't important. But
fucking Stormy Daniels over here.
Ooh, sex sounds. No.
Coming from the upstairs cabin.
Well, I'm just giving you one scenario, man. Okay, so maybe that doesn't even happen. But I'm just saying that there's like a scenario where stuff goes down, but then you're Jason lurking in the woods. So there's different challenges where it's like, okay, so kill this guy while he's, electrocute him while he's doing the thing, and throw her out the window. And so it gives you different like movie moments you can trigger, basically.
Wow.
Or you do the online mode where it's like, I think 7 people to a game. 6 of you are counselors. 1 of you is Jason. So as a counselor, you have to hide. And then you have to either try to just wait it out, try to escape. Because you can either get to the edge of the map, or I think you have to fix the car, or something like that.
Sounds
so you have to make your way.
Boring.
Maybe it sounds boring, but that doesn't mean that it is boring.
Wow, how does it sound boring?
I don't know. It's like kind of Fortnite-ish, but like 7 people versus 100. The map, you gotta hide. I don't know.
Well, it's Friday the 13th.
Weapons? Is there any weapons?
You can get little ways to defend yourself from him. Because when you're Jason, you have like super
But you're like
powers
super
and
strong, huh?
abilities. You're super strong, but you're slow. So it's like they can outrun you. But then you have like a morphing ability, but that has a timer and stuff. It's fucking fun, man. And there's something really satisfying about just slaying counselors.
Is it like pretty brutal deaths? Like
Yeah,
when
there's
you
some
kill 'em?
badass ones. If you trigger the movie moments, otherwise you like up your XP to get different special abilities and shit.
All right. I'm gonna download it.
I hope you don't.
I hope
It
you don't
sounds
too.
So boring.
I'm gonna look at the camera here and do a plug real quick. You okay with that, guys?
Yeah, business time.
We were talking about DJ Klyph earlier, whose podcast I did last weekend.
Klyph Notes.
Stand-up dude, great guy. He also has a night that he does at the White Eagle called Mic Check with DJ OG1 and Trox. If you're familiar with those people, you know they're good people. If you're not familiar with them, trust me when I tell you that they're good people. Honorary Osborne, fresh off of his nationwide-ish tour in support of his new album, Nervous Hand.
Spell with a V.
And
Nervous spelt with a V.
about to go to Europe.
No, hand
Well, he
spelled.
spells hand HVN.
I know, but it's like the
Google it. He's going to Europe in support of that album here in a few weeks. But this Wednesday at White Eagle, Mic Check PDX, Honorary is going to perform along with Cibo the Weirdo. That's the 24th, Wednesday the 24th. It's $8. Doors at 8, show at 9. Mic Check, DJ Klyph, DJ OG1, Trox, Honorary Osborne, Cibo the Weirdo, a bunch of other stuff they got going on there. Go and check that out on Wednesday. Do you guys have any plugs this week?
Dude, I am officially off work, done.
That's
That's not a plug.
I got a week off plus. Just shout out to me.
You got any shows coming up?
Shout out to me.
Yeah, it's sold out though. Not a big deal. Show.
Yeah, but you don't know where it's at or what date is or anything, do
It's
you?
at the Doug Fur Lounge on January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, November. November, like 20th.
It's on the 11th.
Okay.
It's on Veterans Day.
Is that a Sunday?
At least that's what you said last time.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's a Sunday night.
I thought it was a Saturday, but yeah.
And who do you play for?
A band called Grand Royale. Yeah, Grand Royale.
I wish that this was an episode of Klyph Notes right now.
You know what? I learned this harshly. You don't say I'm in a cover band.
You were talking about this last time. It's a tribute.
You gotta
band.
say I'm a tribute band.
Right.
They dress up.
Have you had to dress up yet?
here's the deal. I haven't done a show yet. I haven't told them I have severe anxiety. I haven't told them I have severe anxiety about wearing something that's not my clothes.
I think you've dressed up as a whole banana before, haven't you?
Yeah, that's true.
But that's different. I'm comfortable as a fruit.
If you're totally making a fool, if you're actually making a fool of yourself, you
Right.
don't mind.
Yeah.
It's when you have to act like you're not making a fool.
Yeah,
of
like
yourself.
wearing a tracksuit.
Okay.
It's gonna be comfortable at least.
Yeah.
So do with the plug.
I'm just kidding. It's gonna be fun. Sold out show, so you guys can't go. Don't hit me up for guest list because I can only get one person in. Obviously bring the lady, so you didn't get your tickets. Better luck next time, Chuck.
The hell of a plug.
Yeah, very good. All I want to say is follow me on Twitter at Abaddon, ABADAWN. You know, fucking, I'll be doing something. Maybe I'll start twitching again soon. Got Red Dead coming out, Fallout coming out. I'm gonna be playing games this winter when I can.
I did,
so maybe I'll start streaming again.
I pre-ordered Red Dead 2. I went old school, went to the store. I'm gonna go stand in line. It comes out at midnight. Didn't realize you didn't have to do that anymore.
I didn't realize this was, the internet era.
I could have pre-ordered it. It would have been probably at my doorstep
Same day.
same day.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to
Whatever.
I'm so sorry. Real quick though. So fucking excited for Red Dead Redemption
It's
2.
gonna be fun.
All right, that's it. Sorry.
you should do a podcast about it.
Fuck you.
The Red Dead.
Shout out to my cousin Elijah who just had a birthday this week, and
Shout out, Lila.
my other cousin
birthday.
Elijah's brother Victor with a K.
With a K.
Victor.
Shout out to him. He made me this keychain, this leather keychain with the Triple B logo.
If you want one, they're $20.
We're thinking about having some of these made up.
$5. They'll be
I like
$5.
Sell. They might be. I might be 10.
I'll buy
The thing
one.
is, Chase, it depends on how much it costs to make them.
I get it.
Yeah, people kind of know when you're fucking them.
Anything else you guys want to talk about?
No, I'm good. Great day. Great day.
Great day, good time.
Go to triplebpodcast.com. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Subscribe on whatever you listen to podcasts on. We are on Spotify as of this week, so you can
Which is big.
get us there.
Very cool.
Tell if you you know what? Look, we don't have the largest listener base in the world, but we do appreciate who we got.
Yeah, y'all.
For real.
And if you could share, if you like listening to us or watching us now, share with a friend who you think might have a similar experience. It would help us greatly. The more we can grow this and the more keychains we can sell, then the more cameras we can buy and cooler shirts we can get or whatever.
Bigger dicks will grow.
Like Pinocchio.
Shout out to the Comic Cave over there in the Kenton neighborhood. Shout out to Cibo for the delicious Italian food.
Shout out, man.
Many regrets today, gentlemen.
Not one. It
Not
was a great.
one.
It was a fucking classic Saturday, guys. Classic Saturday. Like, got up just the whole thing. Like this weather, breakfast, fucking shopping, hanging out with you guys.
Somebody's banging on the
Somebody's
door.
banging at the door for sure.
Don't care.
I love you guys, man.
Love you too.
Dude, I don't give a fuck if nobody ever listens to this. The fact that we still just get to hang out, like, our lives are gonna just keep getting crazier and crazier. We're gonna get older, just like your interview with Klyph Notes. Like, yeah, thank
Lock
you.
the
It's
door.
fucking Halloween. It's scary as shit. Lock that shit.
Don't worry, I got the heat on me.
But you know what I'm trying to say, like, kids grow up, you move away from music, you move away from podcasting, you move away from things you love. I hope we never move away from this. Love you.
I
Damn.
hope so too.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel you, man. That was wow.
You know?
really went there.
Sorry, I'm on that croton.
All right, I guess that's it then. Thanks for listening.
Love you, everybody.
Rudy.
I'm scared to go outside now.
Yeah, dude. Not open that door, dude. Fuck that. You got a gun?